Building wealth might just be one of the most complex topics when it comes to money and finances. It's surely not easy to amass a fortune of wealth, even though there could be several ways that could help facilitate the process of you making that kind of money. In reality though, those things are tricky and you just never know what might lead you to success. But surely, goals have to be set, sacrifices have to be made, and like it or not, risks have to be taken in such a way that you don't lose too much but could yet earn massively later on. This is exactly the concept of asymmetric risk. If you're looking to build wealth pretty fast, it might be your biggest bet. If you've not already done so, please subscribe to the channel for more informative content like this. Now let's get right back into today's content. Asymmetric risk is a concept of investing in such a way that the potential of profit or loss is imbalanced, and the risk is not equal to the potential reward. It can also be referred to as a type of risk in which the upside is much greater than the downside. It's the opposite of symmetric risk, in which the risk and reward are the same, and what you lose is also potentially what you could have added in earnings. Asymmetric risk is different from this, and it works in such a way that if you invest $1,000 in something with the potential to increase to more than a 1,000% in value, the amount you could lose is the same amount of $1,000 invested. But the amount you could win or earn goes up to $1 million. That way, you have a potential to earn so much while losing less. The main point of asymmetric risk is that you're able to risk little while having your eyes set on the bigger prize. Today, there are pretty much several opportunities that represent asymmetric risk and a chance to make that big bag. First of them is starting a business. When you start a business, you're bound to invest a lot in it, but despite that, it still comes with the potential of either succeeding or failing. If it's a business that brings up something innovative, the risk is even more because you're not sure people would accept what you want to offer. On the bright side though is the fact that success means you're definitely going to be making a whole lot more money, especially if it's an entirely new product. Even if it's not your business, the option to invest in a tech startup company or business is another good example of an asymmetric opportunity. You're probably going to have to wait a few years before you make any real income, but the thing about these startups is that they always have a massive potential of giving you a burst in wealth. Investing in them comes with the risk of losing the same amount you invested, but with the potential of making a whole lot more. Another option, and perhaps the most common one these days, are cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies burst onto the scene about a decade ago and have since served as a major source of massive earnings for investors who jumped on that train. While there are many options available in this regard, Bitcoin and Ethereum still represent the most popular options and the ones with the highest value. Interestingly, Bitcoin's rise was something of an incredible run, with the coin moving swiftly from its 2010 price to $0.08 to its current price of around $40,500 as at the time of preparing this video. If you had bought $10 worth of Bitcoin as at 2010, you'd be one of the many millionaires in the world today, all of which would come from that $10 investment. The same can be said about Ethereum too, and with both of them still predicted to reach massive highs, they represent a very good example of asymmetric risk. If Bitcoin were to have a price of $100,000 in the next 2 years, buying one now would mean you'd have more than doubled your investment. And if the worst were to happen and it went to zero, you'd only have lost the same amount you invested. Another option that represents a form of asymmetric risk is leveraging digital products. Saying that the world is going digital seems pretty much of an understatement, judging by the number of opportunities currently in place and even more prospects for the future. Digital products such as ebooks, podcasts, online courses, and YouTube videos come with the low cost of setting up, or let's just say it has a low investment cost. However, there's the possibility that your books, podcasts, courses, or videos go super viral, hence bringing you incredible income figures. Take ebooks for instance. The cost of publishing and everything involved in producing the book is usually less than if you'll be making a paper version instead. The fact that it's online makes it very available and also accessible to people all over the world. And if it were to be really popular, the earnings would surely be massive. The same can be said about YouTube videos, with even some YouTubers earning over $1 million in earnings just by uploading videos on the platform. As easy as these risks might sound, taking them when you're young makes it sort of an asymmetric option. If you try and it doesn't work out, you've got more years to keep trying. But the same can't be said if you take these risks at an old age. Regardless, these risks are simply worth taking, and they're the simple secret to building generational wealth. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. Till next time, bye.